Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As requested in my last video, I know it's been a little bit long. I'm gonna do a little bit of my showing you my books of what I have in my book collection, and I will also be doing some recommendations of some books. Now, these are just what I would recommend. I mean, everybody says differently, but if you aren't sure where to begin, here there are some books I have that you could begin with. The first one I'm going to talk about does not really cover my path, but I decided to venture off a little bit. And the book I decided to read, that I came across was Folk Witchcraft. Now, I mainly read and do all of my stuff based on Wicca, but I found this book very, very interesting, and I actually would recommend it. And even though may not be your path, it is a really good read, and I would really recommend you reading this. It has the basic information you need for this craft, as well as some rituals and spells and curses and just everything you can come across. I found this book very, very amazing. I actually keep it on my bookshelf. I mean, my altar has a whole section itself for it, but this is something I would recommend you reading. And if you are basically on the witchcraft path, this is a really good read. And a lot of witchcraft or people that do the on this path, my bad, I'm extremely sorry, would most likely recommend this book. And I am going to recommend it as well, even though I find it a really good read, and I actually want to learn a little bit more about this as well. My next book most of these I have not read yet. I have only dented it a bit, but not too much. But they are all a good read. I have Everyday Magic, which has rituals, spells, potions, and much more. The cover itself is very beautiful. But it is a really good read. I've only read to a certain length, but it is absolutely beautiful. It has many different images on here as well that are very helpful. I have personally not fully read this, but I have glimpsed it a bit, and it seems to be as though a really good read. My next book I have is called... dropping stuff now. Goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. The Green Witch. This is also one of my newest books. As well as the Folk Witch book, this is also a new book as well. I had recently got 3 new books. I have yet to read this one at all, but I have come across and hearing that this book is a really, really good book and a really good read, so I would recommend this as well. If other people recommended it, I will too, even though I have personally not read it, but I will read it and I'll let you know what I think about it as well. My next book, which was my very first book I ever bought, was Earth, Air, Fire, and Water by Scott Cunningham. Most of my books are by him. He is a great author. I would recommend any of his books. But I found this book very useful. It was very beautiful, very, very close with nature as well. And I thought this was most excellent. If you were a beginner, definitely get this book or any of his books. My other one is a Wicca book of spells. It's basically, as the title says, just a book of spells. There's many different potions, oils, and stuff like that all in here, and it's just a good thing to have on hand. And a lot of Lisa Chamberlain, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your last name actually. A lot of her books as well are very great books to read. Recommend any of her books. Her and Scott Cunningham Very amazing books. This is another Lisa book. It's Wicca based oils and everything. This is all about oils. There's some spell in here as well. There are bits and pieces about what each oil is and everything. It's very good. If you are basically an oil spell person, or your path is just on oil and that's all you do, very amazing book to get. Even the cover is very beautiful. My next one is a Wicca herb book, and this is also by Lisa. It's basically all about herbs. You have your information you'll gain from it, what some herbs are, as well as if you go further into the book, there will also be spells, some for bath and everything. If you are a herb person, recommend this book. Now, this is another book I got. I have not fully read it, but glimpsing through it, it does have a lot of ruins and good information in it. It's basically a bit of everything. It's called the Book of Shadows. So it does have a bit of different things. I have not fully read it, but the pictures and everything do seem very beautiful. Even like that's a very beautiful picture. The author doesn't really tell you the author. Her name is Brittany Nightshade. She also, in the beginning, will give you a brief about who she is and everything. Then I have Wicca Crystal book. This is also by Lisa, and this is basically everything about crystals. Actually, it's a summary, just like a bit of a few sections of crystals and everything in here, of different crystals as well as spells. If you're a crystal person, this is a great book. Also, I also have a video on crystals as well if you want to check that out. I have a candle book as well. It has colors, what the colors are for, what you can use them for. If you can't have it, what can be summoned in for it. Great book to have. If you're a candle person and you didn't know most of them, this will give you a lot of information about it. A lot of my books are from Lisa, so as you can tell, like, she is a really good person. I did read this one. It is a crystal book. I actually came across it in the store. I would recommend this book. If you could see the author, I think it's Bernice Cockram or something. Colram. You could see it on there. I'll kind of like zoom it in a bit. But it's an absolutely beautiful book. Tells you so much about the crystals, the crystal working, what to do with meditation wise. It shows you beautiful pictures of the crystals, what they can be for the chakras and everything, and so much more. They even come with little crystal cards. These are absolutely beautiful cards, and you'll also find, oh, this one's upside down. You'll also find a section that will tell you what each card means. They're just absolutely beautiful cards. And their names are just at the bottom. I know you're seeing it backwards from what I'm seeing it from, but the images and everything, just breathtaking. They're just beautiful. So I would actually recommend this book. If you are a beginner and everything too, this book is helpful. Basically all these books, if you are a beginner, are helpful. There's no, even if you don't know where to start, there isn't really no wrong way to start. It's just basically, even if you want to learn about each and a different one because you're not fully sure about your path, and there's something that you come across that seems more down your alley, then by all means, go for it. something that draws you more, even if you're looking online or you're looking in the library or somewhere where you're, or the store where you're looking for a book. Whatever calls to you is how I go about buying my stuff. I feel like that if it's drawing you in and everything, it's supposed to be yours. Here's another Scott Cunningham book. I will most definitely 100% recommend this book. It is a beautiful beginner book, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Everything, he just breaks everything down from the wheel of the year and everything, the holidays, the days and everything, spells. Beautiful, amazing book. It just helps you 100%. This is a most definite request for beginners. It could be a request for anybody, even if you're further along your path. Definitely get this book. I actually have this as well, which I find very useful. Is an Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, and this is also by Scott Cunningham. It is basically just every herb, images, all about it, what it can be used for. Just tells you so much about it. Here you have grapes. It's feminine for gender. The planet is moon. The element is water. Deities, it tells you what the deity is for, the power it's for. Like, it's beautiful. It's an amazing book. Oh my goodness. I would definitely recommend it. Sorry, book, I didn't mean to drop you. Sorry about that, guys. And then I have 101 spells. I have glimpsed through this for different spells. It shows you there is a whole thing of spells in here. Candles, oils, crystals, ritual, everything. You have love magic, money magic, career magic, health and healing magic, holiday, fertility, good luck, wish magic, spells for friends and neighbors. Basically everything in here. But just remember, always get somebody's permission first before doing any type of spell. Don't do it without their permission. It's not recommended at all. You always want to get their consent, because then it makes it even more powerful for the spell. My last book, I feel like I have another one. I do. It's not up here, but I will tell you what that is. But my last one is the Grimoire for the Green Witch. And this has rituals and everything in here, and this is a good read as well. I found it very useful. It's very detailed. I would as well recommend this. It has the stuff on the moons as well. So this very excellent book. My last book I seem not to have up here, which I thought was, because I just started reading it. It is Wicca by Harmony Nice. I know a lot of you have heard about her. She is an excellent YouTuber, great with everything for Wicca path and much more. If you are new or you know about her, yes, get her book. That is highly recommended. I really recommend her book. If you don't know who she is, look her up. You'll find her and everything. Great information she'll give you for Wicca. The next books I'll show you, I am very secretive with my books, but some of them are not used yet. These are two of my plain books I have that will be used for my Book of Shadows. But I have these books as well. This was my second Book of Shadows book. I wrote a lot of my stuff in here. I as well have this one too. So this was actually my very first one. Then I had this one. And my permanent Book of Shadows that I have been working on very well is this one. It's a very beautiful handmade book. I'm very in love with the texture and the image on it as well, but it's just has some crystals information in it, rituals and stuff like that. Very moon phases, very into it as well. I keep this as well as all of my other books on my altar, but this is mainly on my main part of my altar that I work with. If you have any questions or you want to know more about some of my books or whatever you would like me to do next of what you'd like to learn about Wicca, just hit the like and subscribe button, comment below, and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching.